Hi guys, thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be going through another project for Decorate Your Life. First let me show you the paper and then you can see what I made. My gosh, I'm having fun with this stuff. This is the, she sent the pastel fabric, which is just, you know, like a linen looking pastel color set. It's a good basics and I've used it a lot. And then this is the Bee-You-Tiful kit. And it is, this one was 8.5 by 11. And, I don't know where the original cover sheet is. Okay, here. Bee-You-Tiful, 8.5 by 11, 65-pound cardstock, 7 designs, and 14 sheets. And then this is the cover sheet for it. But I've used every piece of it. Okay? And then I also got the, let's see, what'd she call this one? Okay. Okay, I don't know what she called this one. This is ephemera or cut apart or something. You know, it's called something like that. But it is an additional set that you can get to go with this kit. And it comes with 2 full sheets of cut aparts. Fussy cutting. And my gosh, it is a fussy cutter's dream. And if you like fussy cutting, boy, this is a good one. And I just had the best time with it. And I used every bit of it. And wait till you guys see what I made. So, looky here. I made a tall, skinny one because the sheets were 8.5 by 11. And you'll see, they didn't really... I didn't want to cut them down. So I just folded them. And they worked. And one of them kind of didn't. So I'll show you what I did. It didn't want to be... It looked prettier the way I did it, I thought. Also, I guess I'm beyond putting something on every page. This kit is so pretty. It doesn't need it. It doesn't need something on every page. It's just pretty as it is. And then the writing pages are plain, but they just look like, okay, and there's the writing pages. They don't look like they need anything. It just looks like, here's some pretty stuff, and there's your areas for writing. And boy, I did some fun stuff in here. And this came together in about 2 days. I worked on it one night. I cut it out and folded it and picked the paper out. And then the next day, I think I worked on some more assembling and covering the cover. And then last night I did the fussy cutting. And then today I put it together. All right. Let me make sure this light isn't sticking out too far. Nope, it's not at all. So see here, it says Bee-You-Tiful. And I had this really pretty soft pink ink. And I inked the edges. And this is a file folder. And I just put that piece on the back. I attached this elastic with eyelets. And then just sewed it right. I just folded it over and sewed a piece. And this is elastic string I get from Allie probably. And then you can see it just, that's the kind of closure. I've done that before. So, I like it. I like doing it like that. It's easy. It's super easy. Okay? And then I just used a file folder and I inked the edges. I used this Bee-You-Tiful piece inside and out on the cover and inside. And then like I said, it was 8.5 by 11. So then the little piece I trimmed off of that covered that perfectly. The little flap. Okay? And then I made one of our placemat folders. And then I just inked a couple of big index cards and stuck in there. But Mindy got these. It's actually a deli placemat. You can see the scallops. And I like ink in the edges. I think it shows the scallops off pretty. This is just a piece of the kit. This is some fussy cutting. So I just thought this light peachy pink went real pretty with it, you know. And it has 2 signatures, and I sewed it in just like I showed you. Well, it looks like those index cards aren't working. I'll have to fix those. I'll put something else in. Or I'll trim them down. I'll use smaller cards or something. I inked around the edges of these index cards, but then they're getting, you can see how these 2 were bent. So I don't want to use them. Okay. I just got this done. There's probably still some wet glue in it. But isn't it pretty when you ink these deli placemats? My sister got a whole bunch of them, and then we started making folders out of them. And I just love them. So this is a couple of pieces of decorative paper that I had. You know, just like a memo pad I think my sister gave me. Here's just a colored piece of paper, just folded up to use. You know, I have lots of colored paper. You don't always have to do something to it. You know, piece of colored paper is fine. Here's the cute, this guy cracks me up. He's got a tongue hanging out. Isn't he funny? This is some paper in the kit, and I just chose to make little notebook out of it and put some of the fussy cutting on it. And there's more fussy cutting, and I just use a band. I made notebooks and bookmarks, and I don't know if that's all I made out of that blue or honey dripping paper. And I sewed around everything. Like I sewed around that. This is something cute. I got this idea from these bookmarks I just got from Temu. Here's a piece of file folder. You can see. It's just a bookmark. And I just thought it was a cute idea. So I used one of my... I used a die cut, and I just traced a die cut for the shape of a heart, and that's like my template. It's got another line on it. So that's like my template that I used, and I cut some out, and I didn't realize that the stitching needs to be at 90 degrees for that to work right. See? And mine's a little more than 90 degrees, so it's not. It rocks a little bit, but it's still cute. Isn't that a cute bookmark? And of course you could glue it if you didn't want to sew it. And I sewed it in different ways. That one's a tiny stitch. I think I did a zigzag. I think I did a bigger stitch. Just trying. But the stitching, the back side of it's kind of ugly, so I probably would opt to just glue those. I was just sharing a new idea with you. I told somebody else I was going to try to make them. This is my lined image I made, and I colored it this fun blue, this turquoise blue kind of color, and I did that on the back of the scrapbook paper as well as on resume paper. And then I just put colored paper in. I added resume printing, I added graph lines and lined images. I have this neat lined paper that doesn't have holes or margins, so it's perfect for journals, you know. I have this cute little, I just saw it on the floor. I guess I knocked it off. It's this Pebbles 4x6 creative pad, Nellie's Garden. And my gosh, the colors in that just match this stuff perfect. You know, look, it just matches really well. And I've used several, I used the polka dots. So I had, Mindy, you've got this pad too. Look, it just matches this set perfectly. So see, like there's the green, and I thought purple and green went well together. And then this is a piece of that, and then I just added ivory paper. Looks like that needs erased, but I'll do it later. I just made a little notepad out of that paper and put one of her fussy cuts on the front. And that little guy, I keep saying, looks, I'm calling him a unicorn bee. And again, we've got blue and resume paper with the lines and graph and lined. Here's that polka dot paper I just showed you out of that pad. And then I put, she had these suckers in the fussy cutting in a bow. And then I sewed along this set of tabbed index cards. This kit came together and just decorates itself. It really does. It is so pretty. Look at that. And look here, I didn't even put anything on that page. Okay. And I mean, look how cute. Oh gosh. I just love it. I did a lot to the pages, but I didn't do every single page. Can you see here that this is like a frosty pink? It's really sparkly. Looks like eyeshadow, kind of. And I put the little unicorn bee on it. And then I made that a writing spot. I have cream and buff paper in ledger size, 11 by 17. So I thought that was really pretty on there. And look at this truck. It's such a pretty kit. My gosh. And then I made those whale tail tabs. And this kit is so pretty. Look, I had these. I just used an eyelet, but I had this frosty embossed paper. It just has lots of hearts on it. And then I used some more of her fussy cutting. I love this rose-colored paper I got out of color box scraps. And then here's one of her fussy cuts, Create, Inspire, Connect. And we've got more of the same, lined and graphed and resume and colored. And then printing on the back. Look how pretty. See, that didn't need anything. You know, it didn't. I used all the kit, but I could have made stuff for every page and used washi and all the stuff, but I didn't think it needed it. Here, there's a little gnome guy in that frame, and I just mounted him on that green paper, and then I inked around a couple of dot grid index cards, and I just put those. I thought that was cute because the page is polka dotted. It's purple and white polka dotted, so I thought the dot grid index cards was cute. Here's some more of that ledger paper that I made expandable. I don't know if you can see. Let me pull it this way. It's expandable. Let's see what. Oh, I made a couple of envelopes out of that raindrop paper. Here's the back of the folder. I put the same little guy. His tongue sticking out cracks me up. Just a piece of yellow paper. Some of this memo pad that I had that I thought matched the colors pretty well. Okay, so then here's another bookmark. Here is where these went, but they were getting folded, so I have to do something different. I have lots and lots of index cards, or just even memo pads, or anything, you know. I put a fussy cut here. Here's a fussy cut, and there's a ribbon banner. It says Bee-You-Tiful. And this is a folder. I have 11 by 17 cardstock, too. So I made a folder out of this. And isn't that paper and the gold and it's all so pretty. And look, here's my unicorn bee. And then here is another fold out. And and see, you can write on this both ways. Or flip it that way and then write on it like that. So you do get your full writing space out of it. Isn't that pretty? And I love this peach gingham. And I always print on the back of the scrapbook paper. Look at this. More purple. And there's that gnome again. I didn't want to get jumbled up and do... If I did something I liked, I did it for both pieces of fussy cut, just so I didn't, you know, mix it up or have two pages with the same thing on it or whatever. You know, I just tried to do them the same, but I spread them out, you know. And if it worked on that purple page, then I did it again on the next time, you know. Here's another corner heart. Love it, love it. Here's another little notebook. Might have a different fussy cutting on it. And I stitched around it and used graph paper. Here's some more texture. This is like a linen looking cardstock with another gorgeous fussy cut. And another, look how pretty that wheelbarrow is. Is that a wheelbarrow? Yes. Sometimes words, you know. It's like, am I on camera calling it something stupid? Here I made a matchbook out of that paper again. Doesn't it match nice? And then I just used cream notebook paper, and there's that polka dot, and this is color box scraps, and I just put that on there. So pretty. I love this kit. And then these, you know, everything's kind of pink, yellow, and blue in here, so I just made, and I did a cute bow. I had some ribbon, so I did a fat little bow on it. And I just used a paper clip. My sister just gave me some pastel paper clips. I can't remember where she got them. Look here. Here's the big peach truck again. Oh, God, I love this kit. And I told you in another video, Melissa means honeybee. And I've never really celebrated it. But, and here's another one of these with the hearts. That paper is so pretty. It would be gorgeous eyeshadow or highlighter. And then see, I have a bunch of cute brads, so they add to it too. And then that's her fussy cutting, and then a bow. But the fussy cut images were so cute. I love them. And then more lined and graphed and resume and colored. And then this is the same as the other signature. And then I've got help for that. I quit doing writing boards, but I made one for this. Look, see, that didn't need anything. I've never left pages clean, undone like this. It always makes me cringe. You know, used to make me cringe to see a blank page with nothing done to it. But I think I'm over it. I like it. What do you think? And here's that purple again in my little unicorn guy. I'm calling him a unicorn. I know it's a bee stinger, but it makes me happy to think it's a unicorn. And then here I covered a piece of the scrapbook, file folder with a piece of that, what's it called? Pastel fabric. And it's like a linen design. Pastel cardstock. 7 colors. And I just folded it and wrapped it around a piece of file folder. And then I just sewed around it. And then that's a writing board. Like, see, we got paper clips and stuff here. So if you want to write on that, then you'd run into lumps. So then the writing board helps. Okay? So I like writing boards. I used to make them for all journals, and then I haven't for the last couple, but I need to. I need to go back and make writing boards for them. And I don't know where I was. But it's just more of the same. And then there's another envelope. I thought they turned out cute. They're like coin envelopes, I just thought they were a cute shape. And then more of the paper. Thank you, Mindy. That paper matches well. And then a folder. I've showed how to make these folders and envelopes. And then I inked around it with that pretty soft pink. And then I put that detail on it. And then I did make the writing board to fit back here. And it will fit and it will fold. And then, so, there. So this one was a lot different. I didn't decorate like I usually do. At getting the fussy cutting kit to go with it, it did all the work for me. And then, like I said, this little paper pad worked out well. I had fun making the hearts. And like I said, I would glue those. Because the sewing, And I have a new good sewing machine, but their sewing looks perfect on the back, but mine doesn't look quite. But I'm zigzagging. Maybe I need to try. I need to work on them. I'll figure it out. And then I knew these were a little big, but I tried anyway. I might just trim them down a little bit. But I inked around, just using plain index cards and inking around them. That's new to me too. So what do you think? You guys like it? And then I did my normal stitching. And then it's got that flip out, but I didn't put anything in it. I just thought it would help hold the writing board in place. Or you could make a pocket, or you could do something else with it if you wanted. But I just thought it would help hold the, I just did it. Instead of cutting the file folder away, I just left it and made it a flap. You know. And then I like this closure. So I think that's a fun. Just get elastic ribbon, you know, elastic trim. And this is really cute. It's got like pink birds and hearts and flowers and stuff on it. It's pretty cute. I have another one somewhere too. I had them both out. I don't know where it went. Okay, I don't know where it's at, but I've got a couple of them. And that's all. And thank you so much, Decorate Your Life. I love this paper. I love your paper. I will have this link down below. This is the Bee-You-Tiful collection. And then the Bee-You-Tiful, and it's 8.5 by 11. And you can get this both printed and digital. And, oh yeah, she said her birthday, celebrating her birthday. I can't remember till when. You'll have to check the Facebook group. I'll link the Facebook group in the drop down too. But she was having, for her birthday and stuff. Okay, I'm just going to say she was having a sale. And I'm not going to say what I think it is. You'll have to check it out. But it was an amazing, amazing sale. And, I don't want to say in case I'm wrong, okay? But it will be in the drop down. I will spell it out and make sure I'm right in the drop down. I'm uncertain of the dates is why I don't want to say. And she also, I'm not into unicorns, but I mean into mermaids. But she has a new mermaid kit. And you know I'm waiting on her to make a unicorn kit. So she has a new mermaid kit and a big sale and celebrating her birthday. And I will leave the links to this, both printed and digital, and the Facebook group in the drop down. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, and thank you, Decorate Your Life. Love you, bye.